If anyone says all you have to do, call bullshit on that, because it's not real. It's not how it is. There is no easy button. Don't wish it was easier, wish it were better. Hey everyone, thanks for joining today. This is Tim Woodbridge of WCG Investments. Today it's just going to be me as my partners Matthias and Vinny are at the Limitless conference. Anyway, I just wanted to do a short little episode to talk about something that I've seen recently. I've had a lot of people come up, message me, and ask about mobile home parks and RV parks, and they said, hey, I've heard that it's easy. I heard that this is a way to get me out of my job and that one RV park can replace an annual salary. And it seems like everyone's looking for these easy buttons. And I want to say I haven't seen any easy button. No one I know who is also in this space of mobile home parks and RV parks has an easy button. It's work. It's worthwhile work, and it compounds over time, and the more you do it, the bigger you get, the easier it gets, because you build teams around these things, and money does compound. It does get more and more with each acquisition, but the whole buy one property and have it cash flow enough to replace your income. Let's talk about the reality of that, right? So say you got $100,000 salary. And I'll do this live because why not? I like just pulling up my calculator and being like, okay, how does that actually work? So you want to replace $100,000. So let's go $100,000. And first of all, anytime someone wants to replace a salary, like they never think about the taxes that they pay or anything like that. They're like, okay, I make $100,000. It's like, well, how much do you make net? Anyway, that's a side topic for, relatively new people to think about too. You're not replacing all of that. A lot of that goes to taxes, and a lot of times you're able to pay dramatically less in taxes as a real estate investor versus a W-2 employee. Anyway, so we'll just keep it easy. We'll say you want to replace a $100,000 salary. So $100,000 divided by 12, so it's like $8,333 a month is what you want to make. So in order to do that, you have to have a property that produces a net income, so a monthly net operating income, your revenue minus all of your expenses is your net operating income minus whatever you have to pay for your mortgage, your debt service, you call it what you will, but in real estate, in commercial real estate, there's generally a mortgage. Obviously, if you're paying all cash, that's different, but this is what most people are seeing. They don't have all cash to buy a mobile home park or an RV park, and they want to replace their salary. So again, these are things to think about. So you got your net operating income minus your debt service. And then on top of that, if you have any partners, like we syndicate things and we have investors. And so after the debt service, you have to pay your investors' preferred returns, whatever that is. And then whatever's left over can be yours, maybe, depending on how you structure things. If you keep it simple and it's just a little joint venture thing, sure, you can get that. But the reality is, for me at least, I wasn't making any money for the first 3 to 4 years of doing this. And it really took all that time to figure out how can we make money during doing this. And I think the big thing that I'm trying to say here is it's not easy, and it's not something in my experience that you buy one and you're good. The really important thing that I've learned is the first one is where you learn and where you see how to run it and see all the pieces that are needed. So that's your learning experience. That's not necessarily something that's going to pay you a ton of money, and that's okay. All my friends, all the people I know who started, their first one paid them nothing just about, right? It took time to build up to that. It's a worthwhile journey, but it is a journey, and there's no substitute for putting the work in and figuring it out. So yeah, with that first one, don't expect that it's going to be paying you a ton of money and getting you out of your job. But on the flip side of that, you can expect that it is a great start to being able to build upon your knowledge. And real estate is a very get rich slow tool. So, again, for all the people who want to buy one RV park creatively, zero out of pocket, and just make it work so you're replacing that $100,000 a year income, your $8,000 a month, or your $10,000 a month, whatever you're looking to do. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I've never seen it happen. I think a lot of the people who are saying things like that, it's like, what's their goal? What are they doing? Are they trying to sell you on a course? Are they trying to sell you on a mastermind or something like that? How do they get paid? Because if it's relatively easy to sell to the masses, like this is such an easy thing to do and everyone can do it, but it's not really reality. Anyway, the other thing that I don't like when people are talking about creative, and it can be done, sure, but you don't have any reserves. What if something happens on the property? You as the owner have to pay for that. So you're not going in with any reserves to either do a business plan or to make sure you have money to fix something. But what if your septic breaks, your water line breaks, your sewer line, your whatever. There's so many different things that take money, and you don't want to be caught without money to fix things that are critical, like water, sewer, stuff like that. And the big thing here is it compounds over time. Don't buy the hype of it's easy. Don't believe the hype. If anyone says all you have to do, call bullshit on that, because it's not real. It's not how it is. Everyone that you see who's actually in the space, in the trenches, doing the thing, knows that it's not easy and it's not just all you have to do. It's a lot of different things, but it's also doable. All right, so last thing in closing. I love mobile home parks. I love manufactured housing communities. I love them. I'm very, very bullish on the asset. I see the need. I see the long-term value that we can create for our residents, for our investors, for ourselves. Everyone's winning together. But it's never been something where it's a just set it and forget it. It's so easy. Just buy one and you're good. No, it's a full-on business. I'm retired from my nursing job, but I work more today than I did then. So it's not something that you can just figure out, you just acquire something and it's going to run itself. There's a lot to do. It's very time intensive, probably less than buying a business, but it's more time intensive than a lot of people make it out to be. And that's okay, right? If it was easy, everyone would do it. In closing, there is no easy button, and don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. It can absolutely be done, and if there's any way we can help, send us a message, and we are happy to help. We are very fortunate to be in the position where we are today, and a lot of what we want to do is give back to relatively new people and help them so they don't struggle as much as we did. You're still going to struggle, and that's okay. That's part of life, and you get better when you work through struggle. So yeah, that's my rant for today. I just wanted to get on here and say it's not easy, but it's doable, and keep putting the work in.